Good morning, everyone. So I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite again, and this one is for Monday, February 24th, 2025, of course. And as always, my intention is to have 3 cards come through. That helps us with the day. What would be the most helpful to know for today? There we are. Okay, so we have the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's Monday. Worky, worky. Try to be on time. Try to be useful. Try to get things perfect. But, don't kill yourself because there's no such thing as perfect. And in fact, artists are very adept in leaving little, pieces of humanity in their art, so it doesn't look like cookie cutter production. So, okay, we have 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles coming through reversed, and then the Ace of Wands. Okay, so I always go with the center card as the theme for the day with when it's a 3-card reading. So with the 7 of Pentacles reversed, well, maybe there's a worry as to maybe the reevaluation of something hasn't gone well, and so now we're at maybe somebody out there is at the point of well, now what? Because you had a long-term vision, but now you're fearing that it's not working, or that your success will be so limited. It's traditionally, a card of financial frustration and all the earthly efforts that we've put into a project or many projects just aren't panning out. And because we have the 8 of Pentacles, I have a feeling that, it's all about work, of course. It's all about education. It's all about creating quality, if it's a product or if it's whatever your work is, a lot of us are just working in service-oriented capacities. So I think this has to do with reevaluating on one level in a way that helps you to not have to be so darn perfect or so darn productive, to make things more simple. So that's a message for someone out there. For others, it could be that you need to be more engaged. Maybe you're feeling that you need to really be much more engaged with the work that you're doing. And because maybe it's just kind of boring, maybe a lot of things are just, that same old thing, and you're tired of it. Well, what I like to do, what helps me the most when it's, because laundry, cleaning house, cooking, all that. Sometimes it's just, the domestic goddess has had it, So what I like to do is just try to open up to being very grateful for what I have. So when I'm doing laundry, it's like, I have my laundry facilities right here in my space. I don't have to go to a laundromat, don't have to hoof anything down to a laundry room in an apartment building anymore. Things like that. When you're cooking, being really grateful for the food and the smells and all of that. That would bring in the 9 of Pentacles. So we're kind of in between. So hopefully just opening up to gratitude, and don't ever let go of your long-term vision. Sometimes we just have to wait a while. Sometimes we can get stuck in our progress for a while, and we have to be patient. That's why this card is ruled by Saturn in Taurus. We really have to be patient. Okay? And then later on in the evening, there's some brand new inspiration or a new way to go for things. A new way to go for it. So I don't know what that's going to be. You guys are going to have to let me know. I don't know how it's going to play out for you. So, okay, so let's look at the astrology. And here we are. What I did, let's see, I went way forward looking to see when the moon was going to conjunct. So I have to get back here. Sorry about that. Let me get back up here to the, 4, it's kind of too early. 5 a.m. Pacific time. Okay, the moon's at 20 degrees of Capricorn. We're past that point of exact, it's a waning opposition now, which is not as strong as the approaching. So this morning, but the moon is in that third decan of the sign. So here we are with that, that something that has really come to form, something that you've been working through, and some lessons have been learned, and now you're at the place of like, yeah, dang, I've got it, okay? And it could have something to do with your family and something at home. Now, Cancer rules food and farming and all types of just growing new things or growth itself, whether it's a child or like I was saying, cooking or little herbs and any plants, flowers, everything that grows is part of Cancer's territory. So there's a lot of focus on that. And, politically, the farmers are speaking up, right? That they feel duped by Trump. But for us personally, this is, this Mars, now that Mars has gone direct, it says stationed direct as of yesterday. But it won't be out of the retro shade until, I did check, and it's actually May 2nd. But we will be experiencing, Mars in Cancer for a little bit, and then it'll move into Leo, and I'll get that date for you later. So now that the moon we've gone through this opposition, maybe there's a breakthrough, because oppositions do lead to breakthroughs. So, you guys have to let me know how it was for you. It could very well be something that you finished up, accomplished. When the moon's in Capricorn, we're very duty-bound and disciplined, usually, or at least more than we usually are. We want to get it done. We want to see some reward for which goes with the cards, actually. We want to see some reward for all the work that we've done. But maybe because we had that Ace of Wands, maybe it is going to take some new inspiration and just, some of your own power to create what you want, to get that new beginning going on. I'm really glad that card came through upright. So, okay, but anyway, the moon, you can see, is headed towards Pluto. And I had gone by hour, and by about 9 p.m., the moon will be conjunct Pluto, or actually before then, because after that it gets right on the other side. So the moon is our mood. We want to get it done so we can be free. When the moon hits later tonight, hits Aquarius, or Pluto in Aquarius, we could be feeling like there's freedom, but also the moon is, one of the illuminaries that brings through the mood of the public. The mood rules the public. So it may very well be that something comes out on the news, because we've got notice this grand Earth trine here between the moon, Uranus, which could bring through something kind of shocking. It might be shocking for us, but for most people. And back here with the South Node in fact-oriented Virgo, well, just the facts could be coming out. More and more facts. Facts versus, fiction. So it's the same old thing that we've been, so every month we'll have the moon go around, and the slower moving planets will get hit the same way. But I had a kind of a flash with the moon in Capricorn bumping up against Pluto, because remember back when we had Pluto in those later degrees of Capricorn, and we had our nation's Pluto return. Well, every month that the moon goes around and hits up Pluto again, no matter what sign, there will be something about the public that will be energized in a way that wasn't before. So with Pluto now in, well, for the next 20 years, effectively, Pluto's in Aquarius. So for the next 20 years, it's all about some people detaching, some people reinventing themselves, some people being very original and going out there with their genius and connecting all the dots, because we've got the facts over here, and Mars is direct now, and we're going back over that same territory that we've been in for, quite some time. When it went retrograde, when was that? Was that like last... Oh my goodness! Hold on, I must have that note somewhere here. No, I don't have my little. I can't reach my book over there. I get that if I'm remembering correctly, it was back in. Was it in December? I think it was December. Yeah, I think it was early December that Mars went retrograde, because I remember the Mars opposing Pluto. And, because it was over here in Leo. It was like, I think it was 0 to 0 or something like that. No, maybe it was 6 degrees of Leo when it went retrograde. Yeah, I think it was. Pretty sure. So Mars opposing Pluto, of course, it was... That was this long period of, well, it wasn't that long, but it was a couple of weeks, I think, of opposing power, right? And this was after the election. And so that's now that has already happened, and then it retrograded back. We're going back over as the retrograde's done, and now Mars is moving forward, and we're going to go back over all those issues that we had before. And what were they before? Trump is the biggest liar on the planet. That's if he's breathing, he's lying, and he lied to his constituents. He lied. He lies about everything. So there's no question that he is untrustworthy. But of course, a lot of people who voted for him are, well, it's their soul task to look for the truth. It's always our own soul task to look for the truth and find the truth. That's what it's about. And we're always tested with Saturn, testing reality. And notice how Mercury is very close to Saturn. This connection will, this exact degree there will be popping in pretty soon. And we're officially now out of the Saturn retro shade. When Saturn went direct for all those months, oh my goodness, it was forever. We're out of that point, because that was at 19 degrees. So now we're moving forward in the firk around and find out phase, the testing the limits, testing reality. And Mercury has to do with, and all this in Pisces definitely has to do with being victimized and gaslit. Mercury has to do with votes. Okay, so here would be our voters, because it's how we think, it's how we make choices. It has to do with transactions. And we're starting to, more and more people are waking up and seeing what a transactional type of person that Trump is. It's all about quid pro quo and bribing and extortion and threats and intimidation. And this whole month, or not this whole month, but, until March 20th, from now, between now and March 20th, we have this opportunity to get the whole picture. That's what Piscean energy is all about, is getting that big, big picture and being much more sensitive. But then also being compassionate, because not everybody wakes up at the same time. It takes time to get to a place where you go, you know what, something's not right. And if it's in your own life, you wake up more quickly. And if you're sensitive and caring and compassionate and inclusive of all of humanity, which is what, Pluto in Aquarius is trying to help us get to, and all this, to have Neptune in Pisces and the North Node in Pisces, Mercury, oh my goodness, it's just all about that. It's all about inclusion and compassion and getting out of being victimized and gaslit. So that's the direction we're headed. Until we're in, Aries season, things are just going to be kind of slow and kind of nebulous, but you can feel it already. I know you guys can feel the shift within. And Mars is always about power management issues, right? So is Pluto, too. So when we have this Pluto opposition come back around, those dates to re-experience the Mars-Pluto opposition are going to be April 5th through May 8th. So things are heading in that direction, and we're going to be feeling that, right? It's the personal power versus political power and people, the tech bros who think that, because of the money, they can do whatever they want. Well, they need to learn. They need to learn that we need to teach them that they can't do that. So, and then, like I said, Venus is going to go retrograde, and yeah, that'll be on March 1st. So that's coming up right around the corner. And it will last all the way through to April 12th. And it will retrograde back into 24 degrees of Pisces. So this has been an initiation here of the feminine to rise up and for people to care for each other and get into a unity type of mindset. And then when she backs into Pisces, there'll be that big time period, all the way through the end of the summer where there's more people can come in. More people can get back into that place of unity. So that's pretty much where we're all headed. But for today, the important thing is that some useful information may emerge for us to get our lives going the way we want so that they're more safe, more secure. This is a perfect time for stocking up on your favorite foods that are, non-perishable, and finding workarounds for things that are perishable. Like I noticed Libby over at Meister Tarot, she planted her own coffee plant. She's got a coffee plant going, a little coffee. I don't know if it's a tree or it's yeah. I think it'll be a tree at some point. So things like that, right? I just absolutely love seeing that. But with that, I think I'm going to just close this one up here, and because everything's the same. Well, actually, let me look at this real quick. The trine from Mercury to Mars and Saturn, all of that is going on, and that's pretty much what I covered. I think in terms of safety and security, and being more inclusive of all the things that would make you so that you can put you in the place where you can relax and be more blissful, especially when it comes to your home and family. Mars squaring Chiron, moving into that exact square, and then also it's going to be Eris. We've been through it before, and we're going to go through that again, like I said. And again, it's all about asserting yourself and having your courage to, get things the way you want so you feel secure, and then your intuitive abilities open even more as well. But there's another square here up to the moon, which is important for this morning because, let's see, 2020, yeah. With the square to Aries, now Aries and Capricorn and Cancer and Libra they're all cardinal energy, so they're movement oriented, right? They go forward into expansion, and then we have the mutable, and then we have the fixed, that holds things together. But this morning is about moving forward, just like we had, this really is what it's about with that Ace of Wands. It's about finishing things up, taking good self-responsibility for your life and being in your authority. And if you have any challenges with somebody who tries to tell you that you don't matter or you don't belong, or if you're feeling the challenge to be first or somebody else is pushing you around because they want to be first, just go the other direction, pick your battles. And that very well may have been what the Seven of Pentacles reversed was. Maybe that's the message there. Like to pick your battles, to get back to the place where, you have what you want to harvest when the time comes. So, okay, I think that's about it. I mean, and that's probably good. The good thing for us to do at any day of the week is be self-responsible for what we're creating in our own lives and to prioritize ourselves accordingly. So, yeah. Oh, wait, there is one more thing. Hold on, I'm sorry. Ceres here, newly into Pisces. Ceres is about protectiveness and loyalty to humanity, so now it's going to be more inclusive in Pisces. Ceres is related to our maternal imprint in our natal charts, so you can always look there and get the flavor of how your mom was really feeling and going through when you were little. But Ceres rules everything that is nurturing, so we're talking food, farming, all the transitions that women go through with their reproductive health and life and cycles and all of that. But Ceres is sometimes connected to grief and separation. So what I would venture to guess would be the best way to handle this sesquisquadrate here that's connected to Mars and Cancer is to connect with your family members. Those little times during the day or evening, afternoon, evening, whenever you have time and you know that you can connect with a family member, it would be good to do that. And because you never know, you absolutely never know if somebody is feeling lonely or missing and they might not have the courage to reach out. So it always helps if you reach out to them and just to check in, just how you doing? That's all, kind of thing. Just to hear another person's voice that you love can be very, very healing. So that could help with this, because this energy here is all about detours and disruptions. So we do want to be careful about disruptions to food sources, but also when it comes to family members, that one's an easy thing to fix if they're still on the planet. If you've literally lost them, you can always connect with them spiritually through meditation and dream time and just kind of talking to them when you're doing stuff around the house or driving. There's no disconnection from the eternal, love in your heart. Okay, there's just never, and love is infinite. So go for that, and that would definitely use all of that Pisces energy to the hilt. So okay, yeah, connect with the other world. All right, well now I am done. Sorry for all the teasers. I thought she was done. Now she's still talking. Oh my God. Okay. Take good care, you guys, as always. Bye.